Hey everybody, this is Christopher Small, and this is episode 110 of the Building Law Firm podcast. I'm your host, Christopher Small. I'm the owner of CMS Law Firm. I'm the owner of Building a Law Firm, and I'm super excited to be here to talk with you today. Before we get started, I want to remind you once again of this new training that I've got, webinar that I've got. It's basically how I built a lifestyle law firm, how I created a business where I get to work 25 to 30 hours a week, make really good money, and also live my life. It's going every Thursday. If you go to buildingalawfirm.com/lifestyle, you can register to show up. I would love to have you there. Like I always say at the end, this is not a good salesy of me, but there is an offer at the end to sort of do some more, to go faster, to sort of get the inside look at what I've actually done. But this training, I think, I've tried to design it so that it really can give you the tools that you need, the background that you need, the mindset and the strategy that you need to do this on your own if you really want. Okay, that's sort of the three big secrets, the three big strategies that I've used to make this happen. As I look back on my law firm ownership sort of career and the path that I've taken, it's always been, and really even now as I sort of come into my own, it's become more and more about really creating the life that I want and doing the things that I want and getting to experience the things that I want, right? And that the great thing is that includes both making a lot of money and having a lot of time to do other things. So anyway, if you're interested in that, go check that out, buildingalawfirm.com/lifestyle. I'm doing that every week live for the foreseeable future. So hope to see you there. But today we have another fun thing to talk about, another thing I'm really kind of passionate about, another thing that's really, I think, helped and really spurred the growth of my law firm. And if you can't tell, I'm really for and pro making a YouTube show. But today I want to just talk about 3 reasons why you should start a YouTube show. All right? I don't know if this is going to be short or long, but I think it's probably just going to be fire. So let's just go and dig and dive right into it. So reason number 1. The first reason you should start a YouTube show is because it is the fastest way, it is the easiest way to build expertise and to build credibility that I have ever seen. If you recall, when I started my estate planning law firm a little over 2 years ago, I didn't really have a lot of specific technical experience in estate planning. Before that, I had owned a DUI and a personal injury law firm. I sold that and just decided I wanted to do estate planning. So I just decided to open an estate planning law firm. At that time, about 6 months in, I decided to create a YouTube show. It's called The Rich Life Lawyer Show. And every day, I think for like 70 days, my goal was to do 100, but I think I ended up with like 78 episodes of The Rich Life Lawyer Show. I just talked about estate planning stuff, frequently asked questions, things that popped up in the practice, and people love that show. Now I have estate planning TV, I have probate TV, and every week I talk about something related to that. It's a great way to build expertise. It's a great way to build credibility because they can just see you right there talking to them, right? Like right now. So if you're listening to this, and the other thing too is if you're listening to this through your headphones, like as part of the podcast, you can strip the audio out and you can make it a podcast too, which is what I do. I would highly encourage you to do both. So if you're going to do a podcast, why not just turn the camera on and make a YouTube show as well? That's exactly what I do. So if you go to YouTube and search for Building a Law Firm, you can see this. If you search for Probate TV, you'll probably be able to find me pretty easily. CMS Law Firm is the name of my firm too. And you can see those shows. I'm literally sitting in the same place every week talking about building a law firm and talking about probate, talking about estate planning. But it's done wonders to really build up my credibility and expertise in my potential clients' eyes. So, and by the way, that's who matters, right? It doesn't matter if some other estate planning attorney thinks your video show is cool. It makes no difference at all because your potential clients will. I've had people take selfies with me and they come in and they're like, "Oh my God, you sound just like you do in the video. And you look just like you do in your video." And I'm like, "Okay, that's good. That's the idea. That's the point. That's what I'm trying to do. Trying to create a relationship with you." And this is the best way that I found to be able to do that. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, it's great for SEO. Okay, if you're an SEO nerd or if you think SEO is super important, a conversation I will save for later, then having a YouTube show is great for SEO, right? as YouTube is owned by Google, I believe that the videos themselves are sort of transcribed and they pull some of the keywords out, but you have the opportunity to write post, write a headline and a title, put keywords in and do all kinds of stuff on YouTube, and then that obviously makes its way to Google. What I always do then is take that video out, write a new post, and put it on my website. And so it's helped tremendously with people to find me organically on the internet. And typically, you know, when it comes to SEO, the powerful things are those long-term keywords, those long-tail searches. So for example, today I talked about should you use your entire estate tax exemption amount right now? If somebody types that in, they're going to find me. You know, what is a reasonable fee for a personal representative? You know, somebody types that in, I'm going to show up, because people aren't necessarily doing Google ads that are going to pop them up for that. So it's great for SEO, it's great for search, it's great for exposure just on the internet and generally. This is sort of maybe like a 2A or 2B, a little part 2 to part 2. But you know, I put it on Facebook. I spend like $10 a day and I throw those around, and you get a ton of exposure that way. You can throw it up on LinkedIn as well, you know, depending on what your target audience is. And you can just make great ground really fast by doing that. So something to think about, something to consider. And then number 3, it's fun. You know, yeah, it's super scary at first. Maybe you turn the camera on, you don't think you look good, you know, you don't think you sound good, you don't think anything. But look at me. I've been messing up. I've been doing a terrible job for like 2 years, and people still like it. And maybe I'm getting good at it now. Maybe I'm not. But it's really simple. You just turn the camera on. I have the windows open. I have a microphone here hooked into my computer. I'm talking to you right now on my phone. That's it. It's very simple for me. I just chop off the front, chop off the back when I'm done, put it up, and it's a go. If I mess up, it doesn't matter. It stays in. And it's a lot of fun. It's something I kind of look forward to doing. Now, I don't necessarily look forward to doing it every week. I do 4 shows every week, so you know, by the time I get to the end, sometimes I'm like a little tired, but it's still fun, right? I get to, and the cool thing is for me, this is really an opportunity to just talk about the things that I'm interested in, and the things that I like, and the things that I think are fun, the things that I think are cool and interesting, and nobody can stop me because it's my show. So you can have that same kind of show. You can talk just about real estate law. You can talk just about business law. You can talk about just about divorce. It doesn't matter. You can give little tips. You can teach people how to, you know, hide their money. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. It's great. So, you know, if I haven't convinced you to start a YouTube show now, just know this. Somebody in your market is doing this right now. Somebody is listening to the show. Somebody is creating their own YouTube show, and they're going to overtake you, and they're going to steal your clients, and you're going to fail, and your firm is going to die, and it's going to be the end of it. Okay? I wish I was joking, but over time, it will be true. If it's not somebody else, it will be me. I will come into your market and I will take all of your clients, take your stuff, right? Because this stuff is just so easy to do, and the returns are just so big. You can leverage this content, this 8 minutes right now that I've been talking. I can leverage this, you know, 100 times over, and you can too. All right, so that is it. Remember, before I go, if you want to check out the training, the webinar, buildingalawfirm.com/lifestyle. You know, if you're tired of the grind, if you're tired of putting in a ton of hours, creating a job for yourself at your law firm, and you want to kind of break that mold, break that chain, then come check this training out. It's free, right? There's no obligation. It's not pushy. I'm just going to show you what I do, and at the end, I'm going to offer to help you go faster if you want. Okay, so that is it. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Hopefully right now you are just Googling around looking for, you're probably not a microphone. Probably that's all you need. You already have a phone. You already have a computer. It's time to get to work. All right, that is it. I'll talk to you next time. See ya.